Hey guys, Booligan here with Booligan Airsoft and Shooting Sports, doing an airsoft overview on the long-awaited EMG SAI BLU. This is a replica of Salient Arms' first, altogether out-of-the-box unique firearm. It is a Glock pattern pistol, fits in many Glock pattern holsters and things like that, but is obviously different in just about every way. Let's go over this replica and see if it might be a nice sidearm or a good base for a custom build up, or even as a primary pistol for you. So we've got it attached with a flashlight here. We'll take that out of the way. First, we'll go over some of the design decisions and how this thing is made. So like the real Salient Arms, these are built on Timberwolf style frames. They're modified from standard Timberwolf frames by having a lot of extra stippling. The beaver tail on the back is reshaped slightly. It kind of kicks in there, you can see, instead of just being wide and flat like the other one. And it has these metal inserts in the back. Metal insert on the back is to give you a little bit of a rear counterweight on the real one. On this one, mainly just looks pretty cool. Kind of interesting little splash of color. Same deal with the SAI branded magazine release, which is extended. It fits in your hand, at least fits in my hand, extremely well. The back strap isn't as flat as the flattest Timberwolf back strap, but it doesn't flare out like the big one either. It's kind of just right in the middle and just fits super, super well. Also includes a flared magwell at the bottom, just screwed in place and slides over the bottom of the frame, which gives a nice place to just lock your hand in. The thing just really fits super well. And of course, because it's a magwell, makes it easier for reloads. You have an undercut as well as accelerator stippling there on the front to give you good positive grip, positive retention while shooting your replica pistol. Up front, instead of a Glock style rail, you have an actual 20mm rail, which is nice for adding a variety of lights, lasers, grenade launchers, whatever tickles your fancy. And on the bottom, like on the old Echo 1 Timberwolf, you do have this little guy. So it, on the real gun, would be a serial number plate, and it does have a serial number on there. Whether it's unique or not, I'm not sure. I'll actually have to look into that. But it also acts as your safety. And I have to recommend that you never ever use it, because you have to, so you have the gun cocked, you have to click it down, and now trigger doesn't work, except you can't really undo it, especially not in the field. You have to take something like a little wrench or a flathead screwdriver and kind of slide it forward to turn it off. So I would recommend never ever using that, and just like on a real Glock style pistol, rely on that as your safety. It does have a safety trigger, a little pivoting trigger guy there. You pull it without it, it's not going to fire. You drop the gun, it's not going to fire. You have to actually pull the trigger for it to work. So just my recommendation, never use the safety on the bottom. The rest of your controls, as I mentioned, you have an extended, look at how proud that thing is of the frame. You have an extended magazine release, which is almost a little too extended. I've accidentally dropped the mag in this a couple of times just carrying it around. So it's something to look out for. You have an extended slide stop, which is really nice. It's not a huge bump, but it's just enough to just give you a little bit better purchase on that with your hand. The rest of the controls are super familiar if you're familiar with Glock. So you've got your takedown. Your trigger is a flat SAI style trigger with, again, that the safety trigger system. Really, really love that thing. Up top on the slide, you've got these gorgeous Salient Arms International trades on both sides, and on the barrel says 9mm. You will see that the finish is coming off there a little bit. That is going to happen with some use and abuse. And the frame, or the slide itself, has really aggressive serrations, top, side, front, bottom. It's just, no matter where you are, you can get enough purchase to manipulate the slide. You do have a cutout with the SAI branded barrel, and the barrel is kind of fluted, a little bit squared off there. Your sights at the rear, you have a very blocky sight, which has this nice little catch here so that you can, you know, manipulate it off of like your belt or off your pants or off of your gear or something. You just have a lot better area to get that to manipulate the slide. You'll notice a lot of the features of this gun are designed for like combat use, like law enforcement, stuff like that, which is funny because I don't think really anybody's using these in a combat or law enforcement role. But it's really designed for, you know, if you're injured, if you can only use this with one hand, that you can just manipulate it off of something else. They put a lot of fail-safe features in this to make it so that you can easily use it if you're injured, if you can't manipulate a gun like you normally would. Again, back to the sights, you have a fiber optic front, and if you look at the rear, it's a U-notch. You have a great sight picture there. Very easy to acquire, very fast, easy to use sights. Your barrel, you'll see mine is a little chewed up here because this comes with an orange tip, obviously. And that orange tip was so secured in there. I had to melt it out with a blowtorch to get it out. And it is intended to come out eventually. Obviously, end user can do what they want because it does include a 14mm negative threaded adapter so that you can add a suppressor or a compensator. But it also comes with a correct, albeit kind of weird looking, threaded muzzle protector. You notice almost none of my pictures have that on there because, I don't know, it's kind of weird looking. However, it is an actual replica of what the real SAI BLU pistol comes with. It really comes with a muzzle protector like that. So it may look weird, but it's appropriately weird. So these guys come priced around $180. This is a not inexpensive pistol, but you are paying for pretty solid construction. Like I said, the thing is, it locks up well. I don't have any complaints about the build quality on it. I don't have a huge round count through it yet. We're going to be playing with it a little bit more to see how it goes. The build quality on it is great. The trademarks are great. It looks the part. It really looks good. And realistically, that's a lot of what you're paying for, is the looks. And that's what Airsoft, 99% of Airsoft is about, is something that looks cool. It is available in either green gas or CO2 from Evike.com. And there's going to be a link in the information section below. We're going to throw some rounds through this just to see how it chrono tests. It's very cold and like bordering on snowing today, so the temperature may give me some wild FPS fluctuations, but we'll put some rounds through it and see what it does. But stay tuned for more for this. Obviously, we're going to do some full test videos, and then I've got some new CQB venues here in Salt Lake that I'm going to be trying out and running this thing through. And last but not least, I've got a very cool custom project in mind for this, so stay tuned for that. But as always, thanks for Evike for sending this over so that we can check this out. And thanks for you guys for watching. Okay, doing not the best shooting test possible here given the conditions, but it's pretty cold, so we're going to be shooting from indoors, shooting outdoors into that little barrel there. The magazine, this is the green gas magazine, has this nice flared base here for easy mag changes. It holds 26 rounds. We have a little bit less than that because we've been doing some test shooting already, but we'll be shooting it over an X-radar chronograph. 330, 322, 326, 324. Consistency is actually quite good even in less than ideal conditions. So the green gas version is shooting around 320 FPS. The CO2 version should be shooting a fair bit hotter. So depending on if you're going to run this thing in close quarters or like more field use, make sure you choose the appropriate power source.